Welcome to Brigham City, Utah, everybody. We have a SkyShare flight up to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Today we're going to be leaving Brigham City here in a few minutes. This is a Beyond ATC flight, so we will have an IFR flight planned, filed, and be going on with our ATC, which is Beyond ATC, with traffic injection, which is pretty cool. And we'll be heading out and going up over the mountains here and headed up to snowy Jackson Hole, Wyoming. So I'll get the exterior walk around done, pre-flight done, and then jump in the aircraft, and I'll see you in there when we get everything set up, and we'll start our journey up to Jackson Hole. So we will see you in just a few minutes. Welcome on board, everybody. SkyShare 801 flight to Jackson Hole, Wyoming from Brigham City, Utah. This will be Beyond ATC, as I mentioned before, so we'll be talking to air traffic control here in just a minute. The aircraft you can see on the ramp are part of Beyond ATC. It injects traffic, into the sim, which is pretty cool. We have the aircraft started up. We had a good engine start. Got our preliminary information put into the systems and initialized, so we're ready to pick up our weather here in Brigham City. So I use COM2, as I've said before, for my local traffic, and COM1 is dedicated to Beyond ATC. So go ahead and pick up our automated weather.
Kilo Bravo, Mike Charlie automated weather observation. 0000 Zulu. Wind 209 or at 8. Visibility 10. Sky condition. Few clouds of 10,013. 800 scattered. Temperature 6C dew point. -4C. Altimeter trees 0 tree.
Alright, winds are at 209 at 8. Altimeter 3035. Go ahead and get our altimeter set 3035. And 3035 over on our secondary. Okay, altimeters are set, and we'll expect a runway 17 with the winds, I imagine. And we'll go ahead and give ATC a call. So we'll jump over here and switch to center. Go ahead and give them a call here and get our IFR clearance, because we got to back up and start over with that.
ExecJet 544, Heber City Mud McDonald, landing runway 22.
Heber City Mud McDonald, landing runway 22, ExecJet 544.
ExecJet 544, contact Heber, approach 122.8.
Contact Heber, approach, ExecJet 544.
Center, SkyShare 801 on the ground, Brigham City, ready to pick up IFR to Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
SkyShare 801 Salt Lake Center, cleared to Jackson Hole Airport. Radar vectors Brigham City, then as filed. Maintain 8,000. Expect flight level 250 10 minutes after departure. Departure with me. Squawk 634 tree.
Cleared Jackson Hole via radar vectors Brigham City. Climb maintain 8,000. Expect flight level 250 10 minutes after departure. Departure is with you. Squawk 6343, SkyShare 801.
SkyShare 801 read, back correct. Start or taxi at pilot's discretion. Hold for release. Report holding short runway 17.
Taxi at pilot's discretion, hold for release, report holding short runway 17, SkyShare 801. Okay, well, let's get that information put in. So let's get our transponder code in of 6343. flying closed, and we have that up over on our primary display. We're going to go up to 8,000. Kind of anticipated that, already put that in. Expect flight level 250 10 minutes after departure. We're going to climb at 1,200 feet a minute. Got our auto throttle set, and we are ready to taxi. So we'll go ahead and tell the passengers in the back that they need to sit down and buckle up if they haven't already.
November 1931 Hotel, contact Salt Lake City, approach 122.905. Contact Salt Lake City, approach November 1931 Hotel, take care.
Alright, we'll go ahead and taxi out to runway 17. That's the longest taxi we have here at Brigham City. There's only one runway, but it's 8,900 feet long. So the taxi out to 17, it's pretty lengthy. So I'll get us taxied out there, and then I'll see you guys when I'm at the hold short line for runway 17 here in Brigham City. Then we'll go through our final checks, and we'll get out of here and on our way over to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. So we'll see you just a minute. We are holding short here at 17 in Brigham City, and gonna run through the rest of our checklist here before takeoff. So flaps, we're gonna set those to 15. Whoops. And flight controls are free and correct. Inertial separator is on. Landing light and strobe to go. We have our autopilot preset with the information that we need in there. Verify we have that set to 170. We do. And we're ready to give center a call and let them know that we are holding short. I get make sure I've got COM 2
Salt Lake
ready
Center,
to go.
November 387 Alpha Foxtrot, 1,200 feet.
Okay.
November 387 Alpha Foxtrot, Salt Lake Center, radar contact.
Center, Skyshare 801 holding short, runway 17 ready to go, Brigham City.
Skyshare 801, released for departure. Clearance void if not off by 1955 Zulu. If not off by 1955 Zulu, contact no later than 25 Zulu. Time now 1933 Zulu. Frequency change approved.
Released for departure, frequency change approved, Skyshare 801. Okay, we have our release for departure. We're going to tell our local traffic that we are departing. A north departure.
Kilo Bravo Mike, Charlie traffic, Skyshare 801, taking off runway 17. Departure to the north, Kilo Bravo Mike, Charlie.
Before takeoff, checklist is complete. We're ready to roll out onto the runway here, 17, and head up to Jackson Hole. Seven is confirmed. One setting on the heading bug. Okay, we are ready to go. Takeoff power is set. We're watching for 82 today. There's 50, 60, there's 70, 82. Rotate. Gear up. Pilot on, heading. Hold. Perfect. Nice takeoff here in Brigham City. Do south. Throttle back just a little bit here. Climb. Go ahead and start a right turn to 350. And we've got more than we need for taking the flaps out as far as altitude goes, so we'll get rid of our flaps. Gauge our auto throttle, just set to 150. We'll go ahead and go to 160 since we're already there. And we'll give center a call. Salt Lake Center, SkyShare 801 off Brigham City, 6,400, climbing 8,000. Direct Brigham City VOR.
SkyShare 801 Salt Lake Center, radar contact, climb maintain flight level 250.
Climb maintain flight level 250, SkyShare 801. Okay, up to 250.
SkyShare 801, turn right, heading 050.
Right, heading 050, SkyShare 801.
SkyShare 801, cleared direct Brigham City. Resume on navigation.
That's funny. Cleared direct Brigham City. Resume on navigation, SkyShare 801. And we'll just make our passengers in the back very uncomfortable and sick today. Maybe they won't hire me to go take them up to Jackson Hole anymore. Gotta do what ATC tells you to do. Alright, we'll start our after takeoff checklist. Landing gear is up, yaw dampers on, inertial separator is still on. We will leave that on for a minute. Flaps are up, landing taxi lights. And we'll leave the recogs on until we turn the inertial separator off, which is at 10,000. We'll go ahead and do that. Utah is a very beautiful place to fly. These beautiful valleys and some high mountain terrain. This whole flight should be really pretty all the way up to Jackson Hole. Jackson Hole, of course, is the area where the Tetons are, the Teton mountain range. Some pretty rugged high terrain there to deal with. Should be a fun flight. Turn the inertial separator off, and we'll go ahead and turn the recogs off of 10,000 feet. It's 10,000 for flight level 250. Next benchmark is when we cross over 18,000 feet. We'll set our altimeters to standard 2992, because we'll be in the flight levels then. And make sure we got our oxygen on, and it looks like our pressure system is working correctly. So we'll just continue this climb on up to flight level 250. I'll see you guys in the cruise and let you know what's been happening along the way. So we'll see you in a little bit. Welcome back. We are at flight level 178, headed up to flight level 250, and we're just passed through 18,000 feet, so we're going to go ahead and set our altimeters to standard. So that one we can just push the button and it does it for us. Over here on our secondary, we just gotta manually dial that into 299 or 2. And then both of those are set and cross-checked. Looks good. So as we continue up to flight level 250, we're going to go ahead and start briefing our approach into Jackson Hole. Does look like there's some weather up there. Pull up the EFB here and see some moderate precipitation going on up there in Jackson Hole. We're going to plan on runway 19. So if we look at our weather currently, you can read the METAR here. It looks like winds 220 at 16, 10 statute miles and snow, overcast. Could be an interesting approach into Jackson Hole. If we look at the summary here, the visual summary, it's a little easier. Winds 16 knots at 220. Visibility, geez, looks pretty good. Overcast layer, temperature's 30 degrees, so definitely cold enough for snow. We're going to be runway 19, yep, looks like that'd give us a 15 knot headwind, 6 knot crosswind, and ILS for that frequency is 109.1. So I'm going to turn that off. We're going to go ahead and get that programmed in nav radio 1. Nav 1, and that was 109.1. 091. Enter. Swap. And we got 109.1 programmed in. Whoops. We're at flight level 210 for
November 6,
250.
869 Tango, Salt Lake Center. Expect Queen 6 with the Queen transition. Runway 34 left.
Expect Queen 6 with the Queen transition. Runway 34 left. November 6, 869 Tango.
Okay, there's no arrival charts for runway 19, but we will look at the ILS Yankee approach for runway 19 in Jackson Hole. Brief that. So we got the right frequency, 109.1. So due to the really high terrain over here, 14.9 is the Teton Mountain Range over here. I don't know if my mouse cursor is actually visible on this recording, but or it's in the wrong place. I haven't figured out why. If you know how to fix that, let me know. But we got that high mountain range off to the west, so we'll be probably vectored out over the lower terrain to the east, and then they'll bring us into one of these initial fix points, either Court, Raleigh, or Trips, one of these. They'll vector us over is what I'm guessing, and then we'll pick up the ILS approach into runway 19 into Jackson Hole. And it looks like our minimums, our DME 7300 to 7300, and localizer was out SOSU 74. So I'm going to put 7300 in as the minimums. We'll kind of plan on that. So barometric minimum 7300. 67, 68, 69, 70.
Sky Share
Oh, geez.
801, contact Salt Lake Center 128.35, see you.
128.35, Skyshare 801. Good day. Still trying to get that minimum set in there. That is kind of a pain. Guess we'll call center up here. Center, Skyshare 801 with you, flight level 250.
Skyshare 801 Salt Lake Center.
Salt Lake Center. This Beyond ATC is really quite amazing. It works very well. Not perfect, but very well. Okay, there's 7,300 finally into the minimums. And we're stable at flight level 250. We'll go ahead and dial up a little faster speed here to 190 on the knots. Configure the aircraft for cruise.
Sky, with 3144, Jackson Hole Airport landing runway 19er. Jackson Hole Airport, landing runway 19er Sky, with 3144.
Oh, Sky West going into Jackson Hole.
Sky, with 3144, descend maintain flight level 220. Descend maintain flight level 220 Sky, with 3144.
Beautiful scenery in the sim, high mountain terrain, clouds. It's going to be a really fun flight into Jackson Hole. Sky West going in, they told them runway 19, so we know that that's what we're going to be getting based on our information that we have and then what we're just heard. So I think our brief that we just did is going to be the right one. So we'll just continue on our way here, and I'll let you look out the window here for a minute, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Send and maintain flight level 240, SkyShare 801. Well, that's not right.
November 387 Alpha Foxtrot. Contact Salt Lake
That
Center
is right.
133.25. Have a good one.
Contact Salt Lake Center 133.25, November 387 Alpha Foxtrot.
Welcome back, everybody. We just got our first descent towards Jackson Hole. A lot of cloud build up here. Pretty cool looking cloud top. So we're showing some moderate precipitation up ahead of us as we approach into Jackson Hole. I think we're going to get vectored over to runway 19 ILS. Not sure what that's going to look like yet, so I haven't put that in the flight plan yet. Kind of wait here a little bit, but I think we'll get the vectors unless they give us one of these other, entry procedures here, but approach procedures. So I think we'll just plan on that and wait and see what they say. So there's flight level 240. Stabilized at that. We're still got things set up for 200 knots. Got a little bit of a headwind. We're pushing a 39 knot headwind. The 24 knot wind from the west, or off our left wing. And ground speed of 240 knots right now. True airspeed of 279. Again, there's just really cool cloud formations out there. Darker clouds tend to be, more
SkyShare
moisture
801
and
cleared
rain.
direct Jackson Hole Airport. Expect further clearance closer to destination.
Cleared direct Jackson. Expect further information closer to destination. SkyShare 801. To activate. Okay, we're direct to Jackson now. Everybody in the back to buckle up.
SkyShare 801 fly present heading. Descend maintain 11,000. Expect further clearance in about 5-8 miles.
Descend and maintain 11,000. Expect further clearance, further directions in a few minutes. SkyShare 801. Messed that one up, but it was okay with it. Okay, down to 11,000. So as we go back down to through 18,000, we'll have to get the altimeter. They'll tell us here in a minute. I'm going to slow down to 160 knots. So we start to go down through these clouds. I expect it could get a little bit more turbulent, and we'll be prepared for icing conditions as well. It's currently minus 25 Celsius out.
Salt Lake Center, Skywest 686, flight level 360.
Skywest 686, Salt Lake Center, roger.
Alright, I hope you stay with me through the rest of this flight. I'll just record the rest of it as we descend down and get vectored into Jackson Hole, Wyoming. This could be a little bit of an adventure. This will be fun. See how this turns out.
November 2490 X-ray, Salt Lake Center. Expect radar vectors. RNAV runway 34. Expect radar vectors. RNAV runway 34. November 2490 X-ray. November 2490 X-ray. Contact Afton approach 122.8. Have a good one. Contact Afton approach. November 2490 X-ray.
Flight level 200 down to 11,000. Pretty crazy cloud formations out there. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the vectors to LS19. I can change it if I need to. I think that's what it's gonna have us do. Getting close to these clouds, we'll go ahead and get our inertial separator on, set up our anti-icing, got our probe heat on, propeller heat is on, and I'll leave the boots until we see if we start getting any ice. Let's do our before landing checklist. Inertial separator is on, we got landing gear, taxi light, flaps, yaw damper, autopilot to go. Try and be ahead of things, even though we got some time. And let's pull up our AFB again. We're looking definitely got some weather that kind of matches what we're seeing on our navigation screen over there. Let's look at the weather. Showing 15 knots from 210 right now. Visibility stayed about the same. It looks like it might be raining now though. It snowed earlier, so the METAR's changed. It looks like rain. Okay, we're below 18,000. Go ahead and get our altimeter set, which they haven't given me, so see if I can get that. Center SkyCharger 01. Can I get current altimeter?
SkyShare 801 current altimeter information is unavailable.
Huh. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get it over here. COM2.
Port information whiskey. 192 Tree Zulu, landing and departing runway 19er. Advise on initial contact you have information whiskey.
Airport information hotel 0100 Zulu.
Jackson Hole Airport information whiskey. 192 Tree Zulu, landing and departing runway 19er. Advise on initial contact you have information whiskey.
Temperature 1, 2
Jackson Hole Airport information whiskey.
3019, that's what they're saying. Usually I get an altimeter setting with
November 6019 Bravo, turn left, heading 180 climb, and maintain 1,700 feet, altimeter 3026.
Let's see if I just missed it. Let's go. they didn't give it to me, which was interesting. Usually I get that in this descent. Okay, we are in the soup now. As you can see, we'll watch our wing for icing. Continue our descent down to 1000. I had the prop low speed on. We'll turn that off. That quiets things down, makes it a little more comfortable ride for the passengers.
SkyWest 686. Contact Salt Lake Center 124.35.
Technically could land with it, but we'll turn it off.
686.
SkyShare 801, expect radar vectors for ILS Zulu runway 19er.
Expect radar vectors for ILS Zulu 19er, SkyShare 801. Okay, we're gonna get the Zulu. Interesting. Okay, let's jump over here. So we briefed the Yankee. Approach Zulu 19er. So I see what they're gonna do. So they're gonna drop us to this 1000. We'll probably pick up
SkyShare 801, contact Salt Lake Center 133.25.
Salt Lake Center on 133.25, SkyShare 801. Center SkyShare 801 with you, flight level 110.
SkyShare 801 Salt Lake Center. November 387 Alpha Foxtrot, turn right, heading 075 vectors for the approach.
Turn right, heading 075, November 387 Alpha Foxtrot.
We'll just leave vectors for 19 in there. Beautiful country up here, really high terrain.
387 Alpha Foxtrot, descend and maintain 8,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 8,000 feet. November 387 Alpha Foxtrot.
November 387 Alpha Foxtrot, 3 miles from Wamu. Turn right, heading 170, maintain 8,000 feet until established on the final approach course. Cleared ILS Zulu runway 19er.
Turn right, heading 170, 8,000 feet until established. Cleared ILS Zulu runway 19er, November 387 Alpha Foxtrot.
SkyShare 801, turn right, heading 070 vectors for the approach.
Right, heading 070, vectors for the approach, SkyShare 801. It is nice to be able to cheat and open up the tab and be able to see what they said to you. Obviously, in real life, you can't do that. You have to pay attention, write it down, or just remember it. Or ask if you can't remember it.
SkyShare 801, turn left, heading 005.
Left heading 005, SkyShare 801.
November 387 Alpha Foxtrot, contact Jackson Tower 118.075. Over to Tower 118.075, November 387 Alpha Foxtrot.
It's kind of crazy getting vectored around in this mountainous terrain. They're vectoring us through these little valleys. So you sure hope that they don't mess that up. But so far we're okay. That would be the Snake River down there. Let's see, make sure I do have the terrain on. So it should let us know here on the center.
United 2150, climb, maintain flight level 390. Climb, maintain flight level 390, United 2150.
Anyways, it should let us know if we should see red and yellow on the terrain if we were, you know, had a conflict with terrain, but we don't. So it's all good right now, so we should clear everything out in front of us. And the passengers, they're just chilling in the back.
SkyShare 515, climb, maintain flight level 200.
Climb, maintain flight level 200, SkyShare 515.
Hey, another SkyShare flight. Wonder where they're headed. See what our winds, current winds. So you got a 11 knot headwind, 22 knots off our left wing. Getting bounced around a little bit over these mountain tops. Jackson Hole over there off our left, up that valley, I believe. Haven't noticed any ice. We got a little ice out on the winglet, but nothing on the leading edge. A little bit on our nose, cowl it looks like. If they're gonna vector us over to like Kurt or Trips or maybe even FAPMO. We'll see which one that they're gonna vector us over to. Big, beautiful valley down there. I think that is Jackson Hole off our left wing, and this valley in real life fills with elk in the winter, and they feed them there. You can go and see just tons of elk in the winter time. It's really cool. we're doing good here. Looks like we're going to be a little bit under, just a little bit under right now this
Skyshare 515. Contact Salt Lake Center 128.35. Take care.
Center on 128.35, Skyshare 515.
Picking up a little bit of rain right now, but not much. Oh, it's sunny over on that side. Yeah, lots of snow up here. What a beautiful place to fly into. These guys that we're dropping off here, they're going skiing, and then they have a business meeting tomorrow. So then we'll take them back home on Monday morning and do the return flight to Brigham City. Not a bad little gig, flying up here to Jackson Hole and do a little skiing myself.
Delta 1471, contact Salt Lake Center 128.35.
Contact Salt Lake Center 128.35, Delta 1471, take care.
Got a rainbow off our 11 o'clock, that's cool. Patches of snow and rain. Patches of sun over here, clear sky. Kind of got it all going on up here. Alright, we should get another descent, probably another turn before we get...
Skyshare 801, descend, maintain 9,000.
Descend and maintain 9,000, Skyshare 801. Down to 9.
Skyshare 801, turn left, heading 345.
Left heading 345, Skyshare 801.
November 43, 8 Tango Alpha. Contact Salt Lake Center 128.35.
Landing gear
Contact
taxi
Salt Lake
flaps.
Center 128.35, November 43, 8 Tango Alpha. See you.
Turn our lights on so we can be seen. Gonna slow us down so we can start dropping our flaps in. I hope they turn us, because I don't like the mountain that's approaching us here.
United 2150, contact Salt Lake Center 128.35.
Contact Salt Lake Center 128.35, United 2150.
I'm not sure what happened there. Our altitude select blew past 9,000 feet. That's not cool. But I at least caught it before we ended up in a burning hole on the side of that mountain. That wouldn't have been good. Yeah, we're doing a little tree top trimming there. Huh. Alright, well, everything was great right up until then. So, but we caught it, we saved it.
Skyshare 801, turn left, heading 290.
Left heading 290, Skyshare 801. 290. Yeah, really weird. Okay. Well, now we're out over lower terrain, so that's good. I think they're going to send us to FAPMO, so I'm going to Let's direct to activate. There are the Tetons out ahead of us. Snake River winding its way down through the Teton Valley. Absolutely incredible. That was really cool to see them appear out of the clouds.
SkyShare 801, descend, maintain 8,000.
Descend and maintain 8,000, SkyShare 801.
SkyShare 801, 3 miles from Wamru. Turn left, heading 205, maintain 8,000 until established on the final approach course. Cleared ILS Zulu runway 19er.
Left heading 205, maintain 8,000 till established, SkyShare 801.
Salt Lake Center, exec jet 934, 8,000.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and...
Exec jet 934, Salt Lake Center. Good day, radar contact. Climb maintain flight level 190. Climb maintain flight level 190, exec jet 934.
Approach. Oh, looks like it did grab the approach. That's good. Do a vertical nav. So now we're just gonna let this fly our approach for us. Absolutely beautiful scenery. It's caught the approach. That's good. And we'll fly this until it intercepts the glide slope. Okay, let's do our checklist. Landing gears down, taxi, and landing light on flaps.
SkyShare 801, contact Jackson Tower 118.075.
Over to Tower 118.075, SkyShare 801, good day. Jackson Tower, SkyShare 801 on the ILS runway 19.
SkyShare 801, Jackson Tower, runway 19er cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 19er, SkyShare 801. Okay, we're going to bring in next notch of flaps. Landing light is on. Ignition is on. What a cool approach. Yeah, look out there. Beautiful scenery. That river running down through the pine trees. The Jackson Valley is incredible. Tetons off on our right side. Awesome. Okay, we should be coming up on our top of descent. Looks like the glide slope has been captured, so we should start down any second. Let's see. Yep, there we go. We're starting our descent down. We're going to maintain 110 knots. And our minimum was 7,300, so got good visibility. I'm pretty confident we will be able to continue. So we're at 78 headed down, and we got 500 feet to go to minimums. Picking up a little heavier rain. For landing checklist is complete other than autopilot disconnect and yaw damper. The yaw damper. Okay, I see the runway. Runway is in sight, and we're right at minimums. But we're good. Continuing. This approach looks nice and stable. We're looking good. Let the autopilot continue to fly this approach until we get a little closer. Maybe once we're over this tree line up here ahead of us. And then we will switch over and fly the rest. Looking really good. Autopilot off. Yaw damper is off. Maintain this approach. Oop. Let it settle down. That was a really crappy landing. Bounced it. And we're gonna brake lightly and catch
Skyshare
this.
801, exit next available taxiway.
Wilco, Skyshare 801. Alright, well, we are on the ground in Jackson Hole. That wasn't one of my best landings. I bounced that one. But the approach in was awesome. Let's see where they're gonna send us.
Skyshare 801, contact ground 2455.
Order ground 24.55, Skyshare 801. Good day.
Executive 447, ramp 21 request pushback and engine start. Executive 447, Jackson ground, pushback approved, face west. Pushback approved, face west, Executive 447.
Jackson ground, Skyshare 801. Request taxi to assigned parking.
Skyshare 80, 1 ramp 27, taxi via Alpha.
Ramp 27 via Alpha, Skyshare 801. Somebody get started up over there, that plane that was requesting the pushback.
Executive 434, contact Jackson Tower 118.075.
Over to Tower 118.075, Executive 434.
Executive 447, taxi for departure. Executive 447, runway 19er, taxi via Alpha. Runway 19er, taxi via Alpha. Executive 447.
Alright, we've arrived here in Jackson Hole. We're going to go ahead and do our shutdown procedure. And we appreciate you guys flying with us today on Skyshare in the sim. And we'll get everything shut down and get these passengers dropped off. And then we will see you on the return leg. Thanks for joining us.